also brought wine, so make sure that they want wine, and even if she says, oh no, it's fine, just bring wine.
Amanda from Columbus asks how you would help someone postpartum.
What I would recommend is texting and saying, hi, next week I'm completely free. When would you like me to come over and I will bring you dinner? And like, you just leave it on them and then they can pick a day. When my friend had a baby last fall, I brought this like chicken pot pie casserole thing that had like a bunch of fresh veggies in it and stuff, but it was also something that could just go back in the oven. Feel free to just, talk to her like a normal person, hold the baby if you want, let her take a break, have a glass of wine, eat a meal without having to hold the baby. Another thing that I think is really good is if you see something that needs to be done at the house, just do it. So if you notice dishes that need to be done, just do them. If you see that there are clothes lying around, just pick them up, put them in a basket. Don't even say anything. You can just talk while you're doing it so that like she can't even say, no, you don't have to do that, because low-key she's thinking, thank you so much. So then my advice to you, to kind of bring it back to you and baby Finn, is if somebody wants to bring you dinner or they come over and then they do start doing your dishes or whatever, like, try and be okay with that.
Yeah, I know when my sister had her babies, I went and stayed with her for like a week and just like did all the house stuff, and especially with their second baby, took care of the toddler.
Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah, and she's planning on doing that for us. We're probably going to have like a lot of company and everything since our family's from out of town, but hopefully we'll be able to space out the visits and everything. Yeah. I'm just kind of trying to wrap my head around the fact that everything's going to be a little chaotic, right? And it's just going to be how it is.
Be cool with it.
Yeah. Jenna from Portland asks, how did you pick out a daycare?
You need to start with what's open, especially if you're looking for daycare for under a year old. Like, infant daycare is so hard to get into. Like, sometimes you need to reserve a place before you're even pregnant, depending on your area. So just find out what's open. So the next thing to look at is price. Most daycares work on a weekly tuition schedule, so you have to think about what you would be comfortable paying week after week. So you need to have a pretty good idea of your budget, because that would be a really big bummer to find a place that's open and you love it only to find out that there's no way that you can make that work.
Afford it, yeah.
Yeah, so then once you get those down, then you can figure out like what the school is like and what you're looking for. For instance, I knew that I wanted something that didn't have a curriculum per se, and I didn't want her doing homework at 3 years old, but something where the teachers are paying attention to maybe like kind of like where they're supposed to be in terms of like motor skills or speech and stuff like that. And so at Amelia's daycare, there were, it was very play-based, but all of their games and different activities, they all kind of had a purpose. And I really liked that because I think it really prepared her to go into kindergarten. Another thing that was really big for me was communication. So a lot of daycares, especially when they're a lot younger, you'll get like a daily summary sheet where, what they ate, how often they went to the bathroom, what their mood was like, all that stuff, which is really helpful for you to know at home. So if your kid is cranky or it seems really hungry, like maybe there's a reason. So getting that daily communication was really important to me. And then the biggest thing really is just to go visit. I mean, a place could be perfect on paper, like everyone loves it and everything, and you can go and be like, this just doesn't feel right. But you'll know when you go in there, assuming that everything lines up with availability and price and what you're looking for, you'll just kind of get like a feeling.
Okay, gut.
Yeah, just like a gut feeling. And just trust your gut. So what are you thinking about for daycare? Like, are you going to put Finn in when he is a baby? Are you going to do it later? Are you not going to do it at all? What's your plan?
My husband's actually able to stay home with him because he does research, so he can work from home.
Awesome.
So yeah, we're not really doing a daycare for when he's an infant.
Right.
But I mean, in the next 2 years when he starts teaching at a university, things will be different.
Right.
But for now, this is kind of just how we're making it work. And
That's
it's
awesome.
Nice because it's going to save us money.
Right, yeah, for sure.
Kayla from Chicago asked, from what I can tell, bottles vary a lot and it depends on the baby. So how did you choose which bottles to register for?
So I got 2 different kinds because you don't really know what they're going to use. And I think if you just get 2 or 3 of highly rated ones, try one out, keep the rest in the package. If that one doesn't work, move on to the next one. One thing that you definitely want to get if you are breastfeeding is to get slow flow nipples. You want to keep them on the slowest flow possible for as long as possible so that it mimics the flow of nursing. Because I know that you are planning on nursing and pumping, so which bottles have you gotten?
So I just registered for like a set of glass bottles that I really liked. Depending on how he nurses or how he is, if he's colicky or something. I know that people said that Dr. Brown's are really good for like colicky babies. So I might throw those on my registry just in case. But I'm just going to start off, like you said, start off with one and then just kind of see how it goes.
So why did you go for glass as like the first ones? Because I've seen them around. They look nice, but I'd never used them myself.
Yeah, I just figured they'd be more like environmentally friendly. I don't have to worry about the plastic or anything like that.
Right.
And then just because they're cute and it matches our other stuff.
Your aesthetic.
Yeah, right.
Gotcha.
Because that's, really important.
It is. It is.